She's a saint, she's the salt of the earth, and she's dangerous. She's a rebel, vigilante, missing link on the brink of destruction. From Chicago to Toronto. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a VeVe, Omi, Definity, DEVVE, Decat, VeVeverse Essence update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. It's been a decent couple of days here. What is this? Oh yeah, I get this Clips AI. This video is not sponsored. It's a AI generator thing. They keep asking me, do I want like 70% off? At least, basically, I paid for like the year to try and help generate some like shorts and stuff for Dcat, and it doesn't end well. By the way, I launched the shorts. All right, I guess we'll go over Dcat first. Obviously, everyone knows that I'm writing a comic specifically for VeVe. VeVe's Comics, Cusco's Poison, coming down below if you get that reference. And it'll come out whenever VeVe launches the VeVe Comics, whenever that. And honestly, it depending on how long they wait until they roll that out, I might even just be able to get it on like an actual drop, just because they know it's going to sell out. They know it's going to get a lot of people to actually download the app, so it's not just taking from like the existing users that are here. We'll get new users on top of it. But I digress. In the meantime, because again, we don't want to wait, 9 months for us to maybe get like a shot at it. What we want to do is we wanted to try to get the word of Dcat out there. So we started off this morning with a very, very rough draft, but it's just kind of out there to see feedback. It was something that was put together in about 6 seconds with half the dialogue from me, half the dialogue from an AI voice. That was Fanny. So Fanny Carbonell is like a character in the story, which is cool. And the voice kind of, for me, is not as loud as it should be, and the inflection points, like some people said the AI voice was fine. That's on my videos, it's on my shorts. The next one is already written. The script and the voice acting is done for the next one. The voice acting will be much better in this one than it is in the first one. Long story short, like that's Dcat Chibi. That's the another media branch that Dcat has that'll eventually bring in some revenue. This first one looks like it's really for small kids. Eventually, we want it to be like kind of the bigger kids, like 8. And the reason we want that is because the Dcat comic is going to be a little mature. It can't be too mature because VeVe's not really going to allow that, but it's going to be, not necessarily for like 8-year-olds. Can anyone that's like 11 or 12 like read it? Yeah, that's probably fine. But like the 6 or 7 is probably not. So the cartoons that we plan to do, we do plan to be for all ages. They will be funny. They will be good. But that's just kind of an announcement there. The goal is to get out 1 video per week. And again, the real bottleneck is just because animation takes such a long time. And AI can only do so much. I can't do it. So you have to go in and be like, hey, Mr. Artist, can you do this? Can you do X, Y, and Z? And at first the art's going to be, and again, the art's good, but it's like, hey, have them do one thing, have them walking, have them like in a pool, have them stationary sitting, where you really have to rely. Like the artwork is great, the background is great, but you are really going to have to rely on the dialogue and the writing until the art can kind of get there, which it will eventually. Eventually, we'll have a whole team, and that'll be fun, and maybe some other stuff that we can do involving that. Anyway, Dcat on the day. Let's go over that real quick. Let's see where they're at. They are up about 0.5%, like 0.8%. Only 942 in volume, which again is fine. 613,000 market cap. My hope is that Dcat stays here or even goes down as DEVVE goes up, Omi goes up, Definity goes up. I'll be putting into Dcat pretty majorly each quarter, with each quarter being much more than the previous. And my goal is to try to get. My goal is like 10% of the supply. That's not going to happen. I mean, again, even if I wanted to right now, let's say I had an extra 62,000. If you put in like $6,000, which would be like 1% of the supply, the market cap's not going to stay at 613,000. It's going to go up quite significantly. So my hope would be that there's a lot of sell pressure and I can kind of buy into that. If not, if it just stays down here, then by the end of the year, I'll have pumped it to likely millions of dollars. Anyway, and that's not because I'm going to put in millions of dollars. That's just because if I try to put in 60K, it'll go crazy. And obviously, you'll get some sells from people as it goes up, whatever. Or at the end, people might just go nuts, and who knows. Speaking of other stuff, let's work backwards here. Let's go to Definity. Definity has there were quite a lot yesterday, down about 1.2% on the day, 8% on the week, 9% on the 2 week, down 25% on the month though, and down 16% on the year. The volume on this is $963. We have Dcat is legit trailing it by $20. The difference between the Dcat volume and the Definity volume is $20, which is nuts because Definity is doing a crap ton of revenue each month. I know nobody knows what that is, but a $4.3 million market cap, 4.8 fully diluted is just, yeah. I think that's way too cheap for what it is. I think this will do these are one of those things that I think will do 1,000x. It's like, well, 1,000x, Chavez, let's do the math on that. 10x is 43 million, 100x, 400. You think this could be a $4.3 billion market cap? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Well, just because I think it can go there, do I think it should go? Probably not. But I mean, it depends on the revenue. It depends and it depends if that's going to be public or not. I mean, if they go like another 6 months without the revenue being public, like guys, you gotta, bro. We'll talk. But in them, I trust they'll do some marketing at some point. Not gonna go over that. Not gonna go over that. Speaking of, do Omi here real quick. Speaking of stuff that you can get on CoinGecko, let me go to this CoinGecko thing here real quick. I know, hey, you have the circulating supply, 270 billion. You have the total supply, 310. Actually, the total supply should be like 305, like 305-ish billion. They should fix that. They haven't yet. And I know, like, they show the max supply of 750 billion, and it's like, okay, well, that can be kind of confusing, can it? And yeah, it can. Be advised, it's up 2.5% on the day to 0003. And it is, if you go to CoinMarketCap and you take a look at the fully diluted value, or I'm sorry, the market cap's 82 million, fully diluted is 92 million, and it has the correct total supply of 305 billion, 0.28, and the circulating supply at 272, and it's like, okay, well, they don't have a max supply there. They don't have, why do they have a max supply over on CoinMarketCap? And unfortunately, that what they have is just, it's not incorrect to say that the max supply is 750 billion. So it's not necessarily something that we can try to lobby and get them to fix, because it doesn't actually affect any of the real calculations. Why CoinGecko feels the need to display that at all is beyond me, but that's just what they do. Maybe they just want to be super regulatory compliant. Be like, well, actually, we should put this because of X, Y, Z. Again, I don't know. I don't work for them, but that is what it is. And again, I wish they would go and change like the total supply to 305 instead of 310. Not that matters all that much, but just a little bit. Anyway, we'll go back to Omi in a little bit, just because we have a lot to go over with Ecomi's new tweets and the VeVeverse. I think that's the thumbnail for this. VeVe vault value rise. Yeah, I had a couple of comments yesterday saying like, hey, my vault value is kind of rising. And there's, how there's like TA traders that say like, I don't pay attention to news, I just pay attention to charts. And that is what it is. But we do have that in VeVe as well. We have people that they don't really pay attention. They just kind of, go on the app every now and then, and they say like, oh, vault's up, vault's down, et cetera, et cetera. And there's a couple of people that had commented, be like, hey, my vault's up, any reason why? I was like, oh, well, they announced VeVeverse, and they're like, well, like we knew that was coming, right? I was like, yeah, but now we have like a date for it. Like, oh shit, when is it? I was like, oh, it's next week. They're like, what? So that gets people to go in. There's a guy that comments here all the time about, yeah, it's JTor, comments all the time about the rising value of DeLoreans. I should get more just so I could. Yeah, what is he saying here? Everyone, and Randy, DeLorean comments pumping hard for the VeVeverse, still stacking. Call that 6 gems. Just like, oh, it's 15 now. Damn. Fudge, you're right. I mean, I have all the DeLoreans, so I guess yeah, you're right. Fudge. I mean, there's enough of them. Well, for the people that's here, there's more than enough. But yeah, what happens when the people that are not here that come here? And I'll go over all of that. I just wanted to find you because you always have that. Anyway, Wes, thank you for being a member. It would not be a stream without Wes coming in with the FUD here. A little disappointing that Ecomi has no announcements regarding how OMI will be utilized in the military. Why did I say military? In the VeVeverse. I apologize about that. I do not know why I said that. Anyway, listen, there are many things that can be done, but the reality is that for things like, let's say, like accessories in the VeVeverse, that's likely not going to be something that's day one. Something that's day one, you want to pump out something that you make sure really has no bugs, which I know is next to impossible. There's probably going to be bugs. I mean, you can't have 18 months of beta testing and then roll this out with like numerous bugs. Like, will there be a couple? Sure. But I don't think this will roll out and is just going to be a mess. So again, you want people to get a feel for it first. You do want that feedback. This is just like the other day, VeVe posted like, hey, we have app version 2.12 out or whatever it is. This is VeVeverse version 1.0. You think that there's not going to be a 1.3 and a 1.7 and a 2.7? Like there's going to be multiple rollouts. And I know originally they said, hey, we're going to have phases, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, etc. They mean phased out, no pun intended. They're going to have multiple updates and multiple rollouts of different things. You can't expect everything on the first run. And I think that's an important point to go over there. And again, if people are only using the platform specifically because there's an OMI component, then I think those people are missing out on a lot of great things that make the VeVeverse. And again, OMI is great. That's why we have Stacker. And OMI will be part of the ecosystem at some point. I would love it if they just have, in the game Among Us, you were able to, if anyone remembers that was like one of the most popular games of like 2020. And what happened is it's free to play. All you did was you were in this little spaceship. You were a little guy. You could be red, orange, white, whatever, in like this little spacesuit. And you went around. There were 2 killers. And there were 8 people that were not killers, and you just went around fixing stuff, doing your tasks over on a spaceship, and that got fun. It was great. But then how they made money was microtransactions, where they said like, hey, listen, anyone can play. You can play whatever you want. But then people got it. It was fun because how do you create individuality if everybody is, if they're all the same colors or all whatever? You had options of like, hey, you could have a little toilet paper hat. You could have a little scarf. You could, for like $1, like $2. For like $3, you could have a space crab follow you around, and he was your little pet. Didn't have to feed him. He just followed you. And that stuff was awesome. If VeVeverse can offer something like it'd be great if they had like a recurse sucks hat or something like that. They could go over and they could have VeVe although I don't know why you'd want VeVe toilet paper. You'd probably want like Paul Barron toilet paper, but you get what I mean. They could have all of these different things for like $1 or $2 worth of OMI. They could mass produce. They could have an unlimited amount, and people, what they could do is like, hey, I'm gonna make a whole house out of toilet paper, a true TP house. and they could do it for a couple $100. Like, why would you want to do that? Because people have money to burn, and just they can. And again, that's just a big flex. I would love to go to a place where they have a whole house built of toilet paper, and it was, cost a couple $100. Like, I would love to do that type of thing. But the idea here is to, one, VeVe, if they wanted to, like, oh yeah, just put in your credit card, put in your PayPal. But originally they said that, and again, if you want Ecomi to be a metaverse token, this is what you'd have to do. Put those microtransactions for $1 or $2 in Omi and burn it. You're already going to make money on the people that want the premium service. And maybe you have some things that you can get in fiat. Oh, okay, I have to pay $1 or $2 for this. And then maybe there are other things that you have the option to, or other things that you like, hey, if you want this, you have to buy it in Omi. And again, it's not something that would be essential to be a part of the VeVeverse, but that's one of those things that I think they do eventually. I don't expect that in the first iteration, maybe not even in the first update or second update or third update. So again, I feel like, Wes, you're being a little short-sighted here, saying like, oh, it's disappointing. Like, be happy that this is a project that's able to pull something like this off. When most others that have survived up to this point are like shining the knobs on the Titanic, and they're just like, yeah, we're still alive. We haven't, fully declared bankruptcy yet, even though my kneecaps are in danger. Like, there's no world in which, oh, I shouldn't say that, it's crypto. Anything can happen. But I just don't see other companies that are not like Cryptoys has posted like 3 times since Christmas. I don't think they can rest on their what they made last year for the rest of this year. And maybe they can. Maybe they could raise money and they could leverage the IP that they have, which they don't own, they just license out. But maybe they could leverage, hey, we have this many, we had this many active users in 2024, and we took a little bit of a dip in Q1, but that's expected. Everyone had a dip. I mean, VeVe had a major dip in Q1. Like major dip in active usership. So I guarantee you, like other ones that have next to no revenue are probably seeing that as well. But again, be happy that VeVe's able to pull this off, and it's a really nice day. Warrior PR says at grumpyx_ETH, the cat in the house, my man. I get that bread. VeVe actually just made a post on Instagram saying, digital drop incoming. Dive into the world of Adi by Korean artist Ha Jong-hung from Hands in Factory, a key character from the Hazard Shopper series. Adi shops to decorate his terrarium. Is he a lizard? Capturing the joy of personal expression. Adi drops in blind box on waitlist format on Saturday, 1 March, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Plus, if you land a special edition digital collectible from the store, you'll be eligible for an exclusive signed canvas print by the artist. This is what the Running Mon stuff did, and it did exceedingly well. Very happy that they're doing this. Bill Gardner says, how about David tweeting the Ninja and the Turtle? When did he tweet Ninja and the Turtle? Hold on. We got to go. Is it a post or is it a... David posted a lot the last couple days. That's a great way to get to know the VeVeverse, talking about Evaldo's thing over there. David reposting Collectors Gone Digital, saying like whether you're a seasoned collector, just starting out, these video cover tips. They have a bunch of videos that I guess they're working on. He had reposted Joseph Parker, who won his fight yesterday, or Death Bunny, talking about the Joseph Parker gloves, and he says, what a TKO. Don't forget, it may be handy to have a DeLorean time machine in the VeVeverse, as said by Savid. David, you had reposted that as well, talking about those DeLoreans that JTOR really loves. 2 days ago, he reposted something, Mr. MC1 and Fanny Carbonell and Dr. Rolex and VeVe. I do not see David posting out any Ninja Turtle stuff. So, Bill Gardner, are you reporting fake news? All right, let's see if he might have replied a Ninja Turtles. Oh, shoot. Okay. David gets excited And so you have Sergio Rodriguez that is has posted Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Raphael, the archangels over there. No, they're Ninja Turtles, and on all their sartorial charm. And after Sergio posts those things, imagine if these were VeVe digital collectibles. David just says Ninja Turtle Blue Heart. Now that could mean several things, but I'll go over the two most obvious ones. One that could mean like Ninja Turtle Blue Heart. I love them because I assume David loves them. I assume he grew up on the same video games and cartoons and movies that we all did. Now for the fun part. What if it means that, oh, hey, he chose a blue heart? Why would he choose a blue heart? When you put the less than 3 sign, it gives you a red heart. And then after a couple, the number 4 heart is blue. Why did he do that? Maybe because blue is VeVe's color, and maybe that's why, or maybe it's a tease that it's coming to VeVe because he had to be very specific on the type of heart that he gave out. And again, I think it's just because he's a fan. I think it's just because, like, you know, he just put a heart. And again, blue heart maybe because of VeVe, but yeah, I think there is a small % chance that David had put out the Ninja Turtle and a blue heart because they're coming to VeVe. Again, that's just a guess though. Gary O trying to be the autistic talker, be like, yes, take notes. Yeah, people would be super excited about that. Cowabunga. Pizza time. Everything else that Ninja Turtles do. Yeah. So actually, Mr. MC1 was just he texted me Mr. MC1 texted me where that was from. It's from Sergio. Anywho, let's Bill Garda, thank you so much for the super chat. That would be a lot of fun. The Kingsy, the Randy, you legend. Huge love from the cat. I don't know why like the X ones are going first and they're going up to like top. Like Wes is from 721. And this is the Kingsley at 1025, but it's only 820. I don't understand these. Booth saying VeVeverse loading. It do be loading though. Okay, where was I? Bill Gar saying, "Let's go, let's get that bread." Oh my God, 22 minutes already. I'm so sorry, guys. I'll try to get to these comments. Roble saying, "I'm so excited for Ecomi." Same here. And in fact, all right, let me go over DEVVE real quick before I get the rest of the spread. DEVVE's at 98 cents. It's been $1-ish a couple of times throughout the day. They got about 306,000 in volume. That's not a lot. They had over 1 million the other day. They had this one guy before. He sold like 10 grand worth. And I was like, all right, big, let's see how much left he might have. Maybe he has 30K. Maybe he's exiting out. Dude has 475,000 doll hairs worth of DEVVE at $1. I was like, damn. So that's hard. With that, I would expect that he knows where this is going. You don't have almost $500,000 in this and not know where the project is going. Maybe you do. Maybe he bought in the pre-sale. Maybe he put in, like 50K at like 12 cents and now he has that much, like, oh yeah, whatever. But I believe that you don't have that much without knowing where this is likely going to go, all the stuff that they're likely to do. And again, if they're waiting on their partner to do it and they want to have to hit some internal milestones, again, when you hire Will Stewart and he's known for raising billions, yeah, like this company is going to be worth billions of doll hairs, or the token will be worth billions of doll hairs, just in my opinion. But yeah, Omi, DEVVE only 300K in volume. Omi has 1.5 million. So I'm really, really excited about that. And again, we'll go over some of Ecomi's comments. Actually, I could just search them. Evening, everyone. Right? DeLorean comments pumping hard for the VeVeverse. Still stacking. He called it 6 gems, now 15. Get yours before they go over 100. Drivable and first appearance. Kabuto, I'm sorry, KWTO KB23. I need Randy's fridge in my VeVeverse. So that's been, that fridge made me a lot of money. I should probably get it back. If I do get it back, I I don't know where I'd like maybe if I build like a platform and then I put it up here. Maybe I could do something like that. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh shoot. The waffle maker I have here. Maybe we could do something like that. This might get dangerous though. That girl is so dangerous. That girl is a bad girl. Oh yeah. How you like me now? I don't know if I like this. Well, you can see Dashi. I wrote Dashi. So I guess I could put a fridge over there. I feel like this is very dangerous for my tablet though. Anywho, let's search Ecomi here and let's see the stuff that they have posted, the comments that they have replied to. Oh, gotta look up there now. Yeah. Okay. Ecomi. Well, we'll do another. Oh, hello, Dashi. Man. Woof. I mean, woof. Yeah, maybe I'll get another fridge. I'll see. Lil Ren's 50 saying, let's go. Let's get that bread. Meow. Okay. So Ecomi says, oh yeah, I can't hold it down here because then you're not gonna see me. So can't. This is hard. The countdown to the VeVeverse launch continues. Get ready. The VeVeverse launch is just around the corner, and there's never been a better time to level up your collection. Head over to Stacker World Marketplace. Oh god, hiccups. Sorry, I just had a big dinner before. Head over to Stacker World Marketplace, where you can use your OMI to acquire selection of, oh god, show more. Selection of VeVe collectibles and complete your set. OMI is powering the world where collectors thrive. I am not going to be able to do this. My shoulders are going to die because I'm holding up the phone. Oh god, and my waffle maker is just it's falling apart over there. The box that it comes in is falling apart. Deadpool. All right. Anyway, now let's go. Now let's go in and take a look at their replies that they've had all day. We have VeVeViral going on saying, this is the year of OMI to NFT for more brands, more VeVe and collectible burns, VeVeverse, and hopefully some USA exchanges. And Ecomi goes in and they respond, it's a good list. We especially like the OMI parts. And VeVeViral's like, especially the USA exchanges part, right? Especially the exchanges part, right? And again, like, I know why people want the exchanges. It's because they think that the exchanges will pump their bags. And I'm not saying that they won't. I'm just saying that you need those reasons to buy OMI in the first place. And they're clearly coming. Anyway, speaking of that, speaking of VeVeViral, he goes on and says, while everyone chases celebrity shit coins with a 5-hour lifespan, like I did yesterday with FAFO, that was the quickest $100 I ever spent. Here, we have the real Batman, Mickey Mouse, Superman, Wolverine, Woody, Powerpuff Girls, Ghostbusters, Thor, Iron Man, Wonder Woman, Blackpink, and many, many world-renowned figures, all gathering behind OMI, the deflationary, here-to-stay utility token of officially licensed big IP. He goes in and he adds Coinbase, Binance, Crypto.com, Robinhood, Eric Trump, and Mark Cuban. And I said, this is what I love to see. Foster Hilt responds, I said it once and I'll say it again. VeVe and Ecomi may not be as fast to deliver as we would always like. Kind of never, but you know. As we would always like. But I've never once gone to bed worried about whether they would still be there when I woke up. And in this space, that peace of mind is powerful. I go on and requote this and I say, this is working for your bags. The OMI community is strong, resilient, and most importantly, ready to continue working to make sure everyone knows about the incredible accomplishments of VeVe Official. The ones that get listed on these exchanges, the ones that go in and get people to cover them, get influencers, is the ones that stay consistent. It's happened to me a few times where I'm just doing my thing and I suddenly see like, oh, go over Squid Grow, go over Squid Grow. Like, what the heck is a Squid Grow? And then I go over him, and now I'm friends with Sheep. I'm friends with the dude. He's a cool dude. He's a fun guy. Doesn't click links, but he's a fun guy. Who says hello, Dashi? What up? What up? Omar Exada says good evening. Carlos Ruiz saying Dcat in the house. What up, everybody? Mr. MC1 says hello all. Hey now, hey now. All right. Anyway, let's go to more VeVe stuff, or I'm sorry, Ecomi stuff. You have Donkey Jazz saying, I have OMI on a Sendex. How can I easily transfer it on Stacker? Easily. Ecomi says your Stacker wallet contains an ERC layer 1 OMI deposit address. Simply input the wallet address in the withdrawal section on a Sendex, and you will receive your OMI in your Stacker wallet. As always, ensure to send yourself a test transaction to verify the address. Agreed. And then you have Patient Hodler saying, I've waited 2 years for this. And Ecomi saying, so worth it. And that was it for the, okay, that was it for the news for the Ecomi. Anyway, we should probably go over some news. Oh, 5 years. Wow, 5 years ago. Wow. Sorry. Damn, this news is going to be a lot. Mr. MC1 posted about his VeVeverse stuff. I posted on that yesterday. I'm going to try to go to London now for multiple reasons. There was a $140 million recovery bounty program to hunt for the perpetrators of the crypto's largest heist in history. I'm still can't believe that. It's not that I can't believe it, but I'm still ecstatic on how the Epico and VeVe characters just got, they 52 grand. That's heckin' awesome. Also, if you did not know that if you go to the Meow featured list over on the Dcat link tree and the Dcat website, you see the legendary ships. Up there is number 1, and it's part of the Doge. You scroll, you get Memezilla, you get Crappy Bird, and then you get Chaos on the Chains as well. Shout out to Crappy Bird and Chaos on the Chains for helping in many ways. It is on this day 11 years ago where Pidgeot was nicknamed Bird Jesus by the Twitch Plays Pokemon community. Gotta love that. Energy giving me those peace signs. What up? Meow, meow, meow. Bill Gardner says, what up? Shawnee PooTubes. Hey, Randy. It was nice to meet you at the DCon Las Vegas. Why, hello, Shawnee PooTube. Preach, man. Preach. A great time. He looks fun. Oh, his name is Alexander. It was my ex-fiance's cat. He was a hunter boy. Oh my God, he kept that place rodent free. Shout out to the fans that had made me as Macho Man Randy Chavez. I thought that was like one of the best edits ever. The Omi stuff circulating. Okay. Elon Musk issues warning to all federal government employees. All federal employees will shortly receive an email requesting to understand what they got done last week. Failure to respond will be taken as a resignation. That is wild. Grumpy X.Eat says 10% of the cat supply is your goal. That's what I'd like to get. And again, I will not be able to make my crazy buys likely until the second half of the year. But there's no reason I can't get a fraction of that, by the middle of the year. Again, as DEVVE goes up, most of that is going to go into Omi and Definity, but some will go into Dcat. And then as Omi goes up, then a lot of it will go to Definity and then Dcat. And then once Definity goes up, by then I'll either achieve my goal or it'll be a crazy market cap. It'll be like, okay, no more. Mr. MC1 says, thanks, Josh Emmett UFC, an incredible collection of UFC's finest sport cards, t-shirt and box cutter from your weekend show with One Punch cards on Fanatics Live and whatnot. Fanatics Live wouldn't let me use an account. Like, it wouldn't, like, I don't know if that's region locked or anything. Comment down below if you've used that before. You and the team were entertaining and informative. Attended my first live sports card unboxing show, and it was so exciting. He goes, oh God, my body. He goes in and he tags UFC, VeVe Official, Mr. Rolex, Grubba B, Michael Campa, DG343, Real Randy Chavez, Dr. Strange, MA Sports Cards, BTC Stats, Packaging Dude, Gary B, and Jeremy, Uncle Jay. Thompson Crypto says, huge shout out to VeVe Magic for signing our VeVe Official collectible and inscribing first ever. We can't wait to have this printed and framed. That was season 2. That was Ecomi season 2. When S3, who knows? We'll see. It will be at XL London, where VeVe is going to go in May, and I might go there. I'll keep you all posted. Kanye West said it was time to launch his own blockchain, and I'm not gonna lie. If ever there was a warning of it to be rugged, if ever there was a place to never put your money, I would never. Yeah, wild times. Aaron Levy says, raise your hand if you're working on something AI tonight. Elon Musk says, last time I raised my hand, I got into trouble. But yeah, working on AI, dude, he is hysterical. Trabas Gregory saying, Omi, should I buy more now or should I wait to drop lower? I think it's still going to go below 0002 question mark, or do you think it's still going to? I don't know. Again, my hope is that DEVVE does like a 20x while Omi gets cut in half, and this way, then I can get my billion very easily. Heck, at that point, might get 2 billion. You know, but yeah, I would say even if it stays in the 0002s, I mean it's 0003 right now, but if it stays in the 0002s and DEVVE goes crazy, bro, I'm gonna get so freaking much. But it's very possible that again, I have no idea when DEVVE's making their announcement. I would not expect until mid to late March. But I love that but. It's a Friends reference. Yeah, VeVeverse coming out next week. The affiliate program is likely going to come out end of March, in which case Stacker might roll out some stuff mid-March. And because this way the affiliate program is something to talk about. And again, you have people that are, how should I put this? You have the people that are here forever. You have the people that their ears just kind of perked up because, okay, they're releasing it. Let's see what it's like, and you will get some general interest from people that are both in VeVe and not VeVe. That'll just, well, yeah, I'll check it out, see what it's like, and they might check it out just to check it out. They might check it out and love it. They might check it out and hate it. But I believe that they check it out, and they probably should have something for the new users that are coming in, like, hey, let's try to keep these ones around. Now, again, how much do you try to do that? Because if you're trying to onboard newer people, or do you try to go on and wake up the sleeping giant that was a former Ecomi and VeVe users? At some point, I think those people will be woken up again just from the narrative hitting. But I guarantee you, VeVe has two works at play here. They have one side that says, we're going to, whenever it happens, it's going to happen, and we're going to release stuff as they finish. And then there's another side of VeVe that says, hey, this is finished, but let's save it for the narrative whenever that hits. So there's two things that likely at play here. Like the stuff that we have coming, like if anyone remembers Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, Aragorn's meeting Lord Elrond. Lord Elrond has like remade the sword that was broken. It's like, it has been remade. And Lord Elrond says, like, you know, you have this massive army coming in from Mordor or Minas Tirith, like wherever it was coming in from to Minas Tirith. And he says, like, this army is one in which you know, but there is another army that moves in secret. And they're all pirates and stuff. And the stuff that we have, VeVeverse, affiliate marketing, Stacker, and likely exchanges at some point, that stuff that we kind of know. But there's other stuff that we don't. And I think it's the stuff that we don't know that's likely going to put us like to a crazy banana zone top. That could happen at any time. But if we're going just off the stuff that we know, we know a lot of this is going to roll out in the next like 6 weeks. When that happens, does that affect the price positively immediately? It might not. You might actually have the opposite effect, where you see people say, like, guys, they rolled all this stuff out and still nothing's happening. It's dead, guys. It's over. Now, obviously, there were those same people that said that in 2020. After VeVe's like, hey, we're finally launching the app. We have a date. Guys, we have the first Black Batman on the blockchain. This is the hugest thing ever. And not a lot sold. $70, like, damn, this is a lot. And then slowly but surely, you had a couple of them that were selling, but the token didn't move. There wasn't really a ton of hype. And then in a few weeks, everything changed. So I think that something similar can happen here. Now, again, it could kick off because of VeVe. It's something that could kick off because of something else, and VeVe just gets they get to ride that wave, whatever it is. Again, that's literally $1 billion question, and I wish I had a better answer. Vogue says, Botteriso, Superman, and Todd with Omi today on Stacker. Work great. Also, retop my Omi back to 10 mil. Let's go. Nice job on Dcat. Of course, of course. I am doing my very best. Hold on. Yeah. Cheese. Okay. As long as you don't put. Okay. Grumpy Warrior says, "Hey Warrior, what's up, Grumpy? Meow meow meow." Energy says, "You can only be surprised if you don't expect anything, because you expect too much. You will always be disappointed." That skit in Mad TV lowered expectations. Planet Vampire says, "Make VeVe merch like Spaceballs merch." Oh, dude, that would be great. Flamethrower. The kids love this one. Spaceballs, the lunchbox. Spaceballs. Yeah, dude, that'd be amazing. It's always West. Get the best of both worlds. Thank you, Bill Gardner, for how about David tweeting the Ninja Turtle. Got Ninja Turtles going to be stacked. Yeah, everyone stack those. We love Ninja Turtles. Love that, man. I've been wondering about vision loans. Okay, I went over that. Yeah, that is nuts. Do you know that in K through 12 public schools, they spend $17,280 per pupil, and homeschooling costs about $1,000 per year. Only about 33% of public school students are literate. That seems very low. About 99% of homeschoolers are literate. Incredible. It's wild. Oh, there's something called 69 Minutes that's coming out today. Everyone comment nice down below, the 69. At 4:20 Eastern Standard Time, so a few hours ago, there was the next nail in legacy media comes smashing down. Inspired? Oh my God, hiccups. Inspired by Elon Musk and hosted by Aaron Milan, our weekly news show delivers hard-hitting news from journalists around the world, served unfiltered, unbiased, and raw every Sunday at 4:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I bet we get higher ratings than any other old hack of the show that shall not be named. We are the media now. That is wild. Oh yeah, apparently Sonic sold access to his account. Very hard to say. So every single day, Memezilla Coin over on X, they have these voting blocks, and the blocks are just like, hey, come vote for your favorite meme coin. Dcat has been the winner every day for months, like months. I really love that dedication from the team, from the people that vote for it, and just where everything's going. Also, if everyone could just smash that like button, the free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon, smash the super thanks button down below, super chats as well. Yeah. Apparently he did do something like that. All right. Anyway, where was I? Let me X out of here. Let me go to the photos. Orange Bag Lady says, "Oh my God, I got my first secret rare, one in an Omili T space, gifted by VeVe Official." VeVe Official be gifting out secret rares, mother flappers. They be going hard. Also, yeah, Planet Vampire, I forwarded your thing to say Puddin' Cheeks would be in jorts on his drivable inflatable T-Rex. I gave that to him. No comment for right now. But for right now, maybe in the future. Doctor Strange, doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you. DV Wheels says, yo fam. Yo, what up, DV Wheels? How's it going? Always good to see you. VeVe Digital Collectibles says, empires fall, mysteries brew, secrets are revealed, quests are undertaken, and legends are forged. Mark Brooks' stunning artwork ushers in a new dawn, one whose rays will touch every corner of the Marvel Universe. This one of one be launching on Monday. Oh my God, it looks so freaking cool. Can't wait for it. Really can't wait for it. Who is this? An NFT item on the game environment. Yeah. Trump tells CPAC he's going to Fort Knox with Elon Musk to search for the gold. I cannot wait to see what they find there. Elon Musk says it'll be fun. There's darkness. There's hats off. Okay, Mr. Ben Rose says, hats off to Mr. MC1 for a very kind gift. It's the peak of fashion and capped off a big week. Get it? Cap, because it's a cap. Anyway, it says Ben on it. We love him. I can't wait to see him at a VeVeverse or at a Ecomi or Secret Rare logo party. Jason Pena, thanks for being a member. Says, ooh, major tease from David. Don't play, bro. But let's imagine. Oh, we got to wonder and imagine. Love that. Sorry. Where are we at here? And speaking of David, he says we should have a blue metallic versus red metallic lineup as Mr. Or I'm sorry, My Collectibles says, do you have any blue metallics in your collection? Comment below. And David Yu says, yes, we should have a blue metallic versus red metallic lineup. I think that would be dope. I think that would be really fun. Anyway, let's get this bread. Continue on. Grumpy X says, hey Kings, meow 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 fam. Dr. Rolex says, and there you have it. The long-awaited VeVeverse is finally here for all. What's next, you ask? Looks like you're going to have to wait and find out. Patience does pay. You know, you know. Don't think I've stacked enough. Man's got like in like the top 20, I believe, in collectibles, and he still says he hasn't stacked enough. Really curious to see how, again, because the metaverse narrative isn't really in right now, this might not do a ton for Omi at the moment. Earth 2's Essence has one of the prettiest metaverses I've ever seen. Done nothing but go down. It's 5.5 cents. I believe at sometimes it's probably been at like 4 cents. Yeah, it's been in the 4s, but it actually was like 4.0, less than 4.1 cents at one point back in November. Oh, the 5th of November. But yeah, I believe that when you take the metaverse narrative and apply it to where VeVeverse, it'll be one of the Omi will be one of the strongest ones. Could be a Ninja Turtles comic, which, if you have the comic, then you have the license, and I'll let them figure it out. But yeah, if you have the license, you have the comic. You have the comic. Yep, David, you posted a lot. Went over that before. One of my favorite trophy cards for Pokemon that I never got, but I'll get next time, is the Trophy Pikas. So the Holy Grail is like the Pokemon Illustrator card. I personally don't like that card, but it is the Holy Grail of Pokemon. Next to that, you have the Trophy Pikachu cards, the first, second, and third place. And my favorite is the third place one, because one, Pikachu looks so happy. He looks so chibi and so chunky and so fat that I love him and I need him. This one, you can't get him in PSA 10, I don't think. This one in PSA 9 has just sold for buyer's premium, with a buyer's premium, $183,000. So that's a lot. Yeah, I want to get one at some point. That is going to be mine. A lot of people like to get the set in which you get, what is it, the first, second, and third place. But I just want the third place one. I want the third place one. I want my Trophy Kangaskhan back. And then I want probably the Super Secret Battle promo. Probably about it. I don't really need a Unicarp. I don't need a Tropical Wind. I want those three. Those three that I want. Dcat Studios saying Dcat in the house. Thank you, Dcat Studios, for just being an awesome, awesome person. And we're all doing our part to make sure Dcat goes to the moon. Game should buy. Oh, man, my brother. Oh, by the way, did you guys know that Dcat has an AI on their link tree? I asked it the meaning of life, and it's very good. Had a little conversation with the cat AI. Thought it was fun. Plans for, oh yeah, right. Okay. I should make a video out of this. Maybe I don't need to. Maybe I will though. Heather Hay says, does the narrative have to hit for Omi to reach the highs we're hoping for? For the highs we're hoping for, yes. For the old all-time highs, depends which narrative. I mean, Omi could be part of a bunch. Excuse me. It could be part of just obviously digital collectibles narrative, then metaverse narrative, and then it could also be part, like, I don't think it'll be gaming anytime soon. We can make our own games if we can have our stuff be drivable. But then you also have, again, could be games. It could be AI as well. And I say that because if these collectibles are outfitted with AI, and maybe it shows, I don't know, pick a Captain America, and you want to talk to it, and you just say, hey, answer me all these questions, and there are many versions of Captain America. They answer me all these questions as if you were Captain America from the MCU, or as if you were Captain America from Marvel's Heroes, Avengers Assemble, like whatever cartoon or whatever that you had. So it's possible that you hit that narrative as well. Wes says yes, considers the future of fandom. We have a lot of stuff that we're doing, and I can't wait for people to get excited along with us. Gary O at 1234CA3 over on X saying, I didn't realize how many Expert owned until Blaze Dro pointed out. Of Spider-Boy number 12, an Expert has 26 of them, which is nuts. That is 65% of the supply. Gary O says, glad I pulled one on drop day. Shout out to him. Oh god, that's nightmare fuel. Dislikable. Oh, my friend. Oh. So there is a new NASDAQ rule that states that to support digital asset products tradable on NASDAQ, that's a given. Watch this space. It's obviously a change made to be used by someone capable in the blockchain space. And what kind of company would that need to be? Probably a super fast blockchain, negligible transaction fees, seamless integration for non-blockchain partners, regulatory compliant across different jurisdictions, non-custodial, hack and theft safe, customizable business logic. Any idea who that would be? Oh, Debbie. Sorry. Love that. You do have Lucady Dukady. Hold on. Big dinner before, and I didn't drink a lot of water. Apparently you want to drink bottled water over here. What's up, Grumpy X? Oh, I love it when my Dcat fam all comes out and says, hey, call me filthy, saying, if you do the fridge, don't forget the paperless supporters taped to it. Of course. Of course. You got to do that. Hey, Buck. To infinity and beyond. Lucady Dukady says, Stacker World, the VeVe Omi bridge of the world's premier digital collectibles of the crypto and metaverse. Oh, shoot. The VeVeverse release is massive, but it pales in comparison to the potential of a fully operational stacker for the greater ecosystem, and here's why. Connection with crypto. The vast majority of users got into VeVe because it connected the innovation of blockchain, enabled digital ownership with collectibles that are pure awesome, first of its kind and top of its class. Reconnecting our collectibles through buying and selling with Omi will rekindle that crypto narrative, deflationary and easy to interact with on the base network. 2 is data analytics. What really makes VeVe so addictive aren't just the collectibles, but the numbers. The data, which is only possible in the digital realm. Stacker uses many of the different data points to track history, pricing with graphs, mint number tracking, supply tracking, sales tracking, etc., with historical sales data when purchasing with Omi. Essential for data analysts to decipher historical value and potentially link added value to mint numbers. It gamifies the collecting experience. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with price guides. Deck of cards, Uncle Land price chart for video games. Heck, the businesses section for stocks. I love markets, and Stacker is a market price guide dream. This man sounds like a man after my own heart. We might have a little touch of the tism, but it has done us very well. Leaderboards. The competition game. Who doesn't like seeing their name at the top of a numbered collectibles owned leaderboard? The potential here is massive, and hopefully with many different categories, low mint, high mint, palindrome sequence. I want to look in awe at the top collections on VeVe, add in Omi Burns leaderboard, and we can celebrate our heroes in all their glory. These are just some of the important features on the horizon. VeVeverse is cool, but Stacker coming off the production line as fully operational beast, that's what I'm here for. Gotta love Lucady Dukady for that. Oh, shoot. Okay. Hi there, hey. Says, what do you think of the timing of VeVeverse being released? What are your expectations? What do you see happening during the months after the release and engagement-wise? The timing, honestly, you had to find the balance of like, hey, you need to get it out because we were talking about releasing this in 2021. So you really got to fucking get it out. The other thing is, like, guys, we cannot release this all buggy. If we release this in the same way that we released the new VeVe app, that is not going to fly. We had thousands of users every day in December. We don't even have 1,000 users right now. Like, this cannot come out and be an absolute mess. This has to come out and be somewhat decent. So again, you have these two really complicated fine lines that you have to walk between. And it's almost an impossible scenario of, like, how long do we wait? How much of these patience is left? I feel like that episode of Ed and Nettie where Rolf is like, my patience wears thin like my grand, not a single thread of hair. It's a really hard situation to be in, and the timing is, to the best of their ability, probably they've probably thought about timing this for a while. Balancing has to come out as soon as possible, but it can't come out buggy. At least not too buggy. We obviously expect a little bugs. My expectations, these are fairly lowered expectations because that's what I want. I'd rather have lowered expectations and be pleasantly surprised than high expectations and be disappointed. They say up to like 30, 40 people can be in the VeVeverse at once. Well, in your, I would be happy with like 10 or 12. And just because 30 or 40 people can be in there at once doesn't mean that it'll get slower and jankier. Like, you could probably have 5, 10 people there, no problem. But if you have like 25, 35 there people, it's probably going to be slower than what you have at 5. There's different polygons have to be generated. There's a whole different class of stuff. At first, I don't know. It doesn't look like we'll be able to drive anything at first, because they're showing you, like, here's how you place your collectibles and do all that. I just don't see any driving at first right away, just because you have this open world, you have this stuff. Like, I'm curious to see, is it like an all range mode in like a Star Fox type of deal? Are you confined to a certain space? Like, how big are these places that we can build? And what was that city that Metaverse Life had showed on the outside of his VeVeverse? I'm just very curious. Hold on, I also have a message here. I have a bunch of messages I gotta get back to, but there's one. Oh shoot! Oh my god! Oh god! Let me saying by more. So what nightmares made of would be. Wait, what? To see how people think. I know we had 20%. Oh my god, that'd be hard. My wallet finance don't plan on selling anytime soon. You have 20% when we moon. More for you. If I buy it, you buy it, you own it. Or stop buying it because the company getting too big. Oh no, that's fine. Oh wow, number one. Or no, but damn, that's insane. Sorry. And the preceding month after, I would hope that the updated VeVeverse is very similar to the updates we get on VeVe, where if they give us something every quarter, like new update every quarter, no matter what, it doesn't have to be great. It doesn't every new update doesn't have to be this vast new thing. But I think that an update saying like, hey, here's something else that you can do, and have a quick 30-second video, here's the things that we fixed. And if you do that every quarter, I think that's fine. And then maybe once a year you have a massive update. Or at least a noteworthy update of like, okay, we know we're getting phase 1 now. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Within the next 10 months, I think it's fair to expect phase 2. Obviously, you're going to have a couple months where you're going to have to work some of the kinks out of this and the bugs and random updates here, but I think it's fair to want to be able to drive our cars before the end of the year. I think it's fair that we start to get teases for IP branded worlds. I think it's fair that they give us something more to do than just run around in 10 months. I don't think it's fair to expect a AAA rated game or even a tease for a AAA rated game. If you want, maybe you might be like, hey, well, you know what? Open source code, they have all this stuff, whatever. They're building a game. They could announce in the next 10 months that, hey, we've been working on something. We're not ready to show it yet, but here's like a little tease, and it's like a 3-second clip. What is that? Get like in the next 10 months, I would expect something like that, and I think that's fair. Do I think it's fair to expect them to roll out a full like multiple mini games? If it's like chess, then yeah, we should expect something like that. That shit should be easy. If it's like, again, a super complicated game or even any type of games, like that stuff takes time. Comment down below, like, Chavez, you are giving them way too much, leeway there. We should expect a lot. Or comment down below, be like, all right, Chavez, like, it's not their responsibility to build a game. If other people want to build and they host it, that's fine. Okay, yeah, maybe I'm expecting too much. Let me know. Calling Philly says, and we have the U.S. Postal Service. Legit. WAP Mama said, pie climbing nicely. What is that now? Because I am seeing. Is that supposed to be it? Can you like send me a link on what like the ticker symbol would be for it? Because it's not showing on CoinGecko. Oh, Mr. MC1 going and saying Randy's on live covering amazing news. That was 20 minutes ago. I don't know what I was talking about 20 minutes ago, but we'll see. Call me Billy says, well, we all more patient than patient. Yeah, apparently, yeah, that's fine. Dog Boys, I'm thinking how the dioramas are going to be awesome in the VeVeverse. Yeah, I hope so. Hope they're awesome. Awesome possum. Let me go. Worried about stops. Number one, and buy up. New Telegram, new ENS. What? Think about one wallet, only so much supply. How much? 10%? I don't want that much, and some people have a lot now, so I don't see anything wrong with it as long as when they sell in pieces and not at once, because if they did it at once, that could get people wrecked, and that's not cool. Okay. And DB Crypto says, duh, cat. Mr. MC1, you try my patience. No, that's a Mummy reference where Mr. O'Connell's in the actually, it wasn't even it wasn't even Rick. It was Jonathan was bringing a girl back to Rick's house, and this guy's waiting for him. He's like, Mr. O'Connell, you try my patience. Oh no, that Mr. O'Connell, you got the wrong guy. And then he got like a gun in his face. Awesome. Anyway, Mr. MC1 says, hoping this is the year of Omi Stacker, Omi to NFT, utility for holding, burns, exchanges, better regulations in the US that make the team do more with Omi, and Omi in the VeVeverse, hopefully. Yep. Gonna be easy. Hi, DB. Meow. Yeah, exchanges is something that I don't really go over a lot because I don't really see the need for them until there's lots of reasons to buy the token. And those reasons are clearly coming. Should they be starting to work on them? They should be starting to. I don't think it would be prudent of them to wait until there is demand to buy the token and then be like, okay, let's start now. I think it would behoove them to probably start now, and then by the time that there's demand for the token, they're ready. GoPXC says, hi DB. Bill Gardner saying, Elon later mentioned that the reason the email is he suspects dead employees on payroll government, just like Social Security. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Let me just go. Give it. Yeah. Hair, haven't sold. Just put another wallet. Yep. Different. Meow meow. Janf Biffin. You want W20X after announcement or as end goal? No, end goal. I want it like 100X from here. Yeah. So what is 100X from here? 800. That's 8 billion. I mean, a 500X from here would be 40 billion. Let's say 40X. But 40X would. I'm sorry, 400X. 400X from here would be about. It would be under 40 billion. It'd be like 350. I'm sorry, 30, 32, 35 billion, give or take. And I think that's fair. But after the announcement, yeah, like who knows? After the announcement, maybe you have the possibility of people selling the news. People will sell the news, but I think that there's going to be a massive flood of people buying into it. 5X, 10X. I think 20X is fair to expect, though. Maybe 12 or 15X. We'll see. Does this guy know lessons come from somewhere else besides fantasy movies? I don't really. I mean, get life lessons all the time. Fantasy movies is just how I just reference them. It's like, oh, hey, you know, that's just how I reference them. He has high average cat. Meow meow. And it says good old times, good times, good times. Make out breathe, good times, good times. They call me filthy, saying, will Cavell, Hoop Clown, come out of the woodwork? And if so, is he going to blab about $10 Omi token? Probably. He's very good at Twitter. He's very good at getting people to view his stuff. So he'll probably use an old thumbnail, but like I said it, Omi going to be the success. And then when people say, yeah, weren't you just shitting on the token for the last like 3 years? They'd be like, well, yeah, they were doing bad. But then when they started doing good again, I started supporting them because they changed. Now, did they change because it was something that I said? I can't prove that, but I am the biggest Ecomi influence. I guarantee you Cavell says something like that. Because anything that makes him look good, he'll do. I think I don't. He's probably fine. I don't think he don't. Let's not start rumors. Call me Philly says that likely. I would not, guys. I don't know what you think of. There are so many people throughout my entire life. Like, wouldn't you have loved to have been around in the 1920s, the Roaring 20s, Randy? For a minority, I don't think any time before 1970 was a good time for us. I mean, were the 60s awesome for a lot of different reasons? I'm sure. A lot of drugs everywhere. But yeah, I would rather. I don't think there's any better time to be alive than right now. Says like guys like Randy, you get life lessons from fantasy movies. I'm not gonna lie, I grew up on TV, and I think the life lessons that are taught in a lot of children's cartoons in the 90s, like Pokemon, saying like, again, I was adopted, so I never really had a family, and if you have Pokemon that says like you don't need a family, you can survive with just like your friends. Sex and the City did that too. They said that the real family is the one you make on your own. You had Fairy Tale that had gone on and said, just as a flower can't choose where to bloom, a child can't choose who their parents are. Now, Sex and the City is obviously not for kids, but Fairy Tale, Pokemon, just having those type of lessons, I think, are really good. There's nothing wrong with them. Heck, even South Park has, like, I was just watching an episode of South Park before, and I remember my friend Heather, we had served together. She was like kind of from a little sheltered when she got in, but broke out of her shell. And in the day room one day, just before shift, we were watching South Park, and she's like, South Park, like that's so wrong. Like, I don't think she'd ever seen a South Park episode. And then towards the end, Stan gives like the lesson that he had, that they had learned, and she's like, "Wow, South Park coming in with the lessons." Like, these happen like at the end of every episode, right? They give you those life lessons, and they're fun. I like those. Dragon Ball Z kind of taught us like, hey, it's okay to fight for, like, a lot of times it's necessary to fight. That speech that 16 gave Gohan, just beautiful. But no, I don't laugh at Fed workers or people that work in those jobs. A lot of those jobs are needed. Now, granted, a lot of those jobs are not needed, and a lot of those jobs are wasteful, and they shouldn't have been jobs in the first place. But a lot of those guys are getting severance packages. A lot of those guys are going on and probably double dipping, being like, yeah, okay, take the severance package, get another job, and kind of live like that for a while. I've always lived with friends. I mean, living with friends is I much prefer that to living alone, because there's always something going on. From the time, I mean, I got my own place when I was 19, and that was fun, because it was attached to a house that a buddy of mine owned, and it was just, we hung out all the time. It was great. When I could, I was working a lot then. In the military, I had always lived with people. I lived by myself for a little while. My friend Kim was with me for like a month or two before she deployed, or a couple months before she deployed. But yeah, I'd lived by myself for a little bit towards the end of my military career, and then I did for a little bit in like 2021, maybe mid 2020, like 2021, that type of place. Because and it's fine, but I much prefer to live with people. It's a lot more fun. It's a lot more it's a lot more safe too, because there's always someone there, especially people that are trained on the pew pews, and it's just safer. But you're crazy, bro. Why are you so salty? Like, I get these a lot, and it's like, I block someone on like one place, and they'll comment on my stuff on it. Like, do you want to be my friend that bad? Like, do you want? I mean, I guess attention is a form of currency, and yeah, you commented, I answered your questions. You had it. Good job. Call Me Filthy says government employees not doing their job and committing fraud is stealing from my pockets and family. Heck 'em. Yeah, heck 'em. Heck 'em. Get that bread. Get that bread, filthy. Hi there, Hayes. What's the number one thing Ecomi can do to hinder the trading whales that love playing games with us true Omi believers? Honest, they the ones that do that, they're only selling on people that are, whoever buys up down below, and it pumps 20 whatever percent like it did yesterday, and then it comes right back down. If you're holding it, it doesn't really matter. I mean, if you're buying up at those, then obviously, yeah, it's going to suck for some people. But as long as you're holding, I don't think it really matters. What could they do? I mean, I don't know. They could announce so much epic stuff at one time that that's what happened. I don't know. I think there's less than 100 people that have over 500 million ohm, or there's less than 500 wallets. Sorry, there's less than 100 wallets that have over 500 million OMI. And obviously, there's some of those wallets that have billions of OMI, but there's not a ton of wallets that have that much. So whatever these people want to do, they can do for now. Like that, I'd much rather whales try to play games with us and us have $1 million in volume a day, as opposed to whales not playing games with us and us having like do you want to be like Definity or Dcat right now that have like less than 1,000 in volume per day? I'd rather the whales play with us and us get the volume for right now. And then obviously at the end, the whales will exit out. Heck, the whales, like, if you have like 6 billion OMI, it might behoove you to pay these big influencers a couple $100,000, and to pump it. And then when you do that and you pump it and say like, yep, you could get maybe another 700 million OMI, or you could make your Omi that you have. You could pump it like 30x, you know, like Ben Gadenzi did last time with all these influencers, and then sell out and make $100 million on the deal. I'm excited that VeVe gets Pokemon IP. Would you, Randy, help VeVe be on Pokemon events since you have true fandom? I would. I'm gonna sound really not good here. The way I would want to help, and the way that VeVe might want me to help, are probably two different circles, and there are probably places where they overlap. What I want to do is I want to be the idea guy, have a giant board, and be like, here's one scenario, here's six, like here's all these things that we could do. I'm hoping they'd be for the collectibles, not necessarily the cards, because people can already get the cards on the. If they do the cards, I have ideas for that. But I would want to be the person like, here's all the things that we can do. Pick your route, and I will pick the best. Pick the route in which you want to go, and I will go off and I will give you the best version of your route. And I would do that very happily. I would take a part-time position, but do a full-time job. If they say like, hey, would you help VeVe on Pokemon events, like going to Worlds? The Worlds is different every year. It's in London, it's in DC, it's I think in this time it's in California this year. Thank you for that link, by the way, Omar. And they say like, hey, Randy, can you fly out, set up a booth, do whatever? I could do stuff like that, but I would also not do that for free. I would like I'm like one. It's one thing to go in and say, hey, yeah, you have events places. I'll go to some of those. One, because and part of the reason I go, like I don't go to help. I go because that helps VeVe in that way. Oh, hey, Randy's got, hey, all these people that you love are going. Again, there are events that I have. Like I didn't go to DCon in London in 22 because I was at Dragon Con that year in Georgia, in Atlanta. And guess what? Everyone that went to DCon in London had a blast. It went off without a hitch. It was a great time, so I hear. And similar, any of these events, if I don't go, I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but it's, you know, but to go in and say like, if you were to ask, hey, can you do all this, and then not get like, and again, what that particular position would be worth is probably not a lot. Like for anyone to go up and set up a booth and just answer questions, like it's probably not. That job is not worth a lot. So I recognize that I would not be able to go in and be like, all right, yeah, give me like $8 grand, you know, for the event. Like that's not going to happen. But I could say like, hey, if you pay my way out there, and you know, let's say somebody else goes and set up the booth, and I just sit there for like 12 hours. Yeah, I'll do that. Pay my way out there, give me a hotel, and I will 100% do that. I will answer any question about VeVe. I'll answer any question about, obviously, Pokemon to the breadth of my knowledge and skill set. And maybe I don't know if I'd be able to talk for 12 hours a day. Well, Chavez, don't you do that on streams? A little different. I have a little help. But yeah, I would do something like that. If they were to go and pay for, again, I can't do that. When I go to events, I go and I party, and I go and I party hard. But if he's going to ask me, hey, you can't party because we need you here at these, and it's like, well, there's no saying that you can't. Chavez, just because you go out there and you're working during the day, it doesn't mean you can't party. And I party at night. When I party at night, I'm like going to bed at 6 a.m. and I'm sleeping halfway through the event. Well, then don't party that hard. Like if I go out there for that, and I totally would, it's just, I'm giving up that crazy part, and maybe I should. And I wouldn't do that for free. but I would like to help them in any way. And you know what? If David or Ben said like, hey, we really need someone of your expertise for this particular thing, and it's a mixture of both. It's a mixture of, hey, you said you want to be an idea man. Again, I'll take a part-time job. I'll do a full-time job for him, to do that type of stuff specifically for that. I would, and then if that territory goes with it, if you have to go to events, like, okay. But I would likely only do that for X amount of time. Maybe, I mean, at that point, when Omi's if we have Pokemon and Omi's at like 8 cents, and I have like $10 million, you know what I don't know, man. There's something that we could work out where I recognize, like, okay, hello, Mr. Deca Millionaire. Here's your $1,600 check for, like, the last 2 weeks. That money's not really going to mean much. So we would work out a deal. And at the end of the day, again, the idea stuff, minimum wage, I don't know, like $20 an hour. I will go off, and I would be working pretty hard for them for that. That being said, there are things that I have to do right now in my professional life, like writing the Dcat comic. We're still working on book 1. Most of it's written, but we have to go on and we have to do a lot of editing. Like, writing the comic is one thing, and then storyboarding, and then condensing the beautiful writings, and then putting that into comic version, and getting and paying the artist and getting all the stuff to do that. That takes up a decent amount of time. And right now, the person that's helping to do the Dcat chibi does have a full-time job, and my job as a writer and the voice actor is the easy part. The hard part is getting that done. So they, like I said, they might only be able to do like 1 video per week for right now. Once Omi goes crazy, though, I'll go in and be like, all right, we're doing this full time. And then I'll be like, hey, you're going to get a new job, and it's going to be this. And then I'll work on that more. But again, writing that second Dcat chibi episode and doing the voice, that took 10 minutes. My job is the easy part. The animation and the getting things right, like that takes a long time. So same thing with writing the comic. Even though there's a lot of times I get stuck and I was like, this doesn't sound good. Like, what, this conflicts with this part. This stuff does take time. Not including like random meetings that I have in general for calls and again, networking and advisory stuff. And consulting stuff, like that stuff takes time. But yeah, Pokemon, like, I love crypto and I love other stuff, but if I had the chance to make a little bit of money just with Pokemon, that's what I would choose to do almost every time. Give me one second. I gotta go over messages here. As long as you don't buy away. Not which is it? Or you would sell your. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Woman, you stress me. Rhino Cavers says, we'll have Tengoku with Omi, which is gaming, but yeah, not the gaming we are looking for. Fair point. Well, I mean, that does seem fun. I do want to play that. But yeah, at the end of the day, Omar, I'd probably give up a lot of stuff to work with them on some Pokemon stuff. But also, I'd take a very small paid position, but I would work a lot. Let's give credit to VeVe. They managed to release the metaverse. Yeah, that's an incredible feat. Omi is so stupid undervalued. I'm hoping to see VeVeverse evolve to the quality of Wilder World by the end of the next bear run. There's a lot that we could do. There's a lot that we can grow. There's a lot of things that other people can do that can go on there. Mr. MC1 says, yes, dog boy. Feels best. Sport either way. Scan, honestly, doesn't matter. Ask questions later. Carlos Reed says, let's break and go. Meow, meow, meow. Meow. All right. Jamar Reed saying, what's up, Randy? What up, Jamar? Meow, meow, meow. 10 cent only still possible. Yeah. My base case is 3 to 5 cents, though. So 10 cents, although possible, it would need NFT narrative, metaverse narrative. If both of those hit, then yeah. If both of those hit with Pokemon, we can go beyond that. If we are able to get IP branded worlds before the end of the year, metaverse, not like this could go crazy. Trump has won. David Sachs' crypto czar. A lot of things are looking incredibly bullish for crypto. These are one of those things that, again, like meme coins are, a lot of them are dying. A lot of the ones that, again, a lot of these are not attached. Like people are tired of getting rugged, and they're only going to go, and they're likely going to go into positions where they have revenues of legit companies. Now, there's a lot of dumb money in the markets, sure. We don't want dumb money. We want the smart money. Now, obviously, if they have money, we'll take it. And I hope people buy into VeVe because of its amazing track record of having all of these licenses, having all these partnerships, of making the money that they do. And yeah, I guess if dumb money says like, oh, like owe me because it looks like a red prolapse anus, then sure, come in and get that as well. And Connor saying, hey, what up, Connor? Meow, meow, meow. Dog Boys, Mr. MC1, you'll be able to create some super scenes with little effort using those dioramas. It will be sought after for the VeVeverse. I believe so as well. Randy be like cable guy, raised by TV shows, pretty much. Cable guy. Yeah, pretty much. Get all my life lessons from those. Meow. Sorry, had a. Oh god! All right, there's too many. Oh, Mark Sager says Dan Bogino is deputy director of FBI. It was just announced. Dan. Oh wow. I've seen him. That's interesting. I wonder how that's being taken. Radio host and author has been nominated to serve as deputy director. Huh. Wow. Okay, now he's got 6 million followers. Where do I start? You're fearless, incredibly smart, loyal, and the greatest friend anyone can have. This is from Chris Pavlovsky. Battled in the trenches with you for many years, taking on governments, pushing against censorship overreach, building a multi-billion-dollar company, and so much more. But what I cherish most is the friend and mentor you've been to me. Thank you. Today, President Trump announced that you'll be appointed as the deputy director of the FBI. This is an enormous win for the Trump administration. No one would be better fit to serve this position than you. You helped create the DNA of Rumble, and I can't wait to see how you'll impact the DNA of FBI. Myself and Rumble team will miss you dearly. When you finish your business at FBI, we'll be here waiting. It's been an absolute honor and pleasure to have worked with you. That is so cool, man. It's big. Yeah, Dan Benjamin says, thank you, President, Attorney General Bondi, and Director Patel. That is okay. So Donald Trump says, great news for law enforcement and American justice. Dan Bongino, a man of incredible love and passion for our country, has just been named the next deputy director of the FBI. By the man who will be the best ever director, Kash Patel. Dan has a master's degree in psychology from CUNY and an MBA from Penn State. He was a member of the New York Police Department, New York's finest, a highly respected special agent with the United States Secret Service, and is now one of the most successful podcasters in the country, something he's willing and prepared to give up in order to serve. Working with our great United States Attorney General, Pam Bondi, and Director Patel, fairness, justice, law and order will be brought back to America and quickly. Congratulations, Dan. That is so freaking cool. Dan, that's cool. Yeah. I want to say Dragon Ball Daima latest episode got a 9.9 rating. Huge in that. Dude, oh my God, I gotta watch it. Yeah, he kind of is, right? Yeah, God, I gotta watch that. Sean voice acting will break records. Yeah, dude, he's so good. He's so freaking good. Love your effort, Randy. I'm trying. I do be trying though. I'd be trying my very best. Oh yeah, let's look at these oddly stuff by the Korean artist here. The digital drop. Hazardati Series 1. Meow, 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 meow. I'm there. Nancy Mace. Mace. A lot of people commenting here. Oh god, okay. Those General Army says Omi down in the dumps. When Moon. Maybe soon. Who knows? Who knows those General Army? I don't know why it tags me in all these farting stuff. DB Crypto says, let's go Dcat. Meow. In my deepest meow. Pink Bow says, Dan Crothers is underestimated in this community to deliver a metaverse. And this time scale is a tremendous achievement. Yeah, he's done a lot of work, and we are very happy to have him. Very happy that he's on our side. Okay, so this Hazard Audi drop here, Series 1. Audi version original. Common. It looks like he's got some shoes that he's been shopping for. $15. There's 1,570 common. It's first appearance. Number 21. Only 50 editions are being withheld. And they have the Audi gray version. It's all gray and void of color. Only 1,000 of them. Again, $15 each. So these are blind box. Oh, Berserk Audi. Berserk Audi looks cool. Got that red and black over there. Got the Sith colors. 800 of them. Oh, and then chocolate forest. Oh, love the chocolate. There are 400 of those. And then you got the blue snake with the Herodochromia iridum on the eyes. There's 200 of those. And then you got a special collaboration featuring Audi wearing a blue t-shirt. One of VeVe's signature colors. The design prominently displays the VeVe logo on his chest. That's really cool. While the back is adorned with a collection of logos representing Ha Jung-hun's Hazard series, VeVe, and Hansen Factory. Collectors who secure the Audi version VeVe, the common special edition, the digital on the drop from the blind box and the VeVe store, will be eligible to receive one of only 25 signed 100 centimeter by 70 centimeter canvas prints by Korean artist Ha Jung-hun from the Hansen Factory. There's only, 25, damn. Collectors who secure the digital collectible will be contacted via email for shipping information, and the recipient will need to respond within 60 days to claim the print. It does ship internationally. That is cool. That is cool. Gotta love that. Words from the artist. I work as an illustrator and art toy artist at Hansen Factory. I mainly work on a series called Hazard, which is inspired by a lizard motif. A Hazard series reflects the image of modern individuals who always rise again and move forward, no matter how many times they face setbacks. Just like a lizard that repeatedly loses its tail but grows back. Based on the story, the characters in the Hazard universe also depict the daily lives of individuals who hide their own concerns and live seemingly unaffected lives. That's cool, man. This is good. I like that. It worked well with the Running Mon. It should work well here. Ecomi says whales create spectacle, and spectacles create excitement and motivation. I can agree with that. Can definitely agree with that. One more saying Dan is amazing and is like a ninja that keeps sharpening the sword for battle. He is skilled with the blade. He knows the way of the blade. I was like, what if David pays you with base poke? I mean, we would figure something out. We would figure out a way where I would tell David, here's my schedule where I have to do other stuff. It's like that episode of SpongeBob where it's like, Sandy, I promise whatever time that I haven't already sold to Mr. Krabs, I'll give to you. Be like, David, any other time that I have not already sold other parts of my life for because I need to, I will dedicate to building out Pokemon stuff on VeVe. And I will give up other stuff to do it. And I can't do it for free, but I will do it for mad cheap. I will do it for mad cheap. Yeah, gotta love that, man. It'll be very cheap. We would come to an agreement that we would both like. Mr. Emerson with VeVeverse, a game changer. It makes our collectibles come alive in so many amazing environments in such an immersive way. Agreed. Once VeVeverse comes out on mobile, that's going to be absolutely incredible. I can't wait. Curtis had some games that burned Omi. We should ask him. That's true. That's true. He did have some games that burned Omi. Hi, Omar. You won a Josh Emmett signed card. We'll ship to you next week. Sweet. Omi and XRP. Meow, meow, meow. Keith Smith says, did you manage to sell any of your Picoin? I haven't tried. Almost still like where can you find this Picoin? Because when I go like let's try Gecko terminal. And I type in Pi and there's nothing that comes up. I mean, there's a bunch that comes up. There's Piper version 2, there's Pippin, PXE, Pin, Pink, more PXE, another Pink Sale, Giove, Pigeon Tech, Pixel. Like it doesn't, Pi does not show up whenever, I try to do something with it. Someone says it's awesome, Mr. MC1. Either has I paid $6,000 for 200 something mint of Pride. At the time, that was absolutely normal. Looking back, now it seems crazy. When the narrative hits again, what do you think it's going to look like? Pride, I don't know if it hits that. Will it be a great amount bigger than what it is now? Sure. Will it hit that again? I don't know. You had Ray Fixie that was in here buying everything. Yeah. I would say that when the narrative hits, things that are blue chip, Todd, Riso, partner statue, gold and silver VeVe logo, Secret Rare Spider-Man, Superman, these things will do, that I mentioned partner statue, these things will do really well. I'm not sure how some of the Tokidokis or the, what's it called? I forget what the little Cryptoys, the Cryptkins. And again, the reason I say that is because I have Tokidoki and I have Cryptkins, so I'm not trying to shit on anyone's bags to pump my own. Those things will probably do okay, but I don't expect, like, comics, Fantastic Four #1, Fantastic Four #5, MC1s, Amazing Fantasy 15. You have these kind of like really blue chip stuff that should do really well. And other stuff probably not. Rafael Martinez says, hey Randy, just finished watching Sonic 3 with my daughter. Sonic 3, I haven't seen it yet. When do you think VeVe will get some Sonic collectibles? I really enjoyed the movie. I like those Sonic movies. Sonic is great. I love him. When do they go in and get Sonic? I'll tell you that the connections are there. I don't know if they have gotten, if they want to use them yet though. No, it says Dan Magino, named Deputy Director, FBI, Dan Magino, let's go. Is bullish on Devi, Randy. Oh my God, you have no idea how bullish I am. You have no idea how bullish I am. I might have to wait a little bit. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. Okay, it's called Pine Network. $1.62. Oh, that's actually not bad. As long as this is okay, yeah, I can go in and trading volume at. Let's say 1.1 billion in trading volume. What the heck? $16 billion. Okay, all right. Interesting. Interesting. $16 billion hair market cap. Well, the only price prediction 2035, several dollars. And I say that because I think that Omi will likely will have a much less supply than it does now. Like much less supply. And I think in 10 years, you could probably get a $2 Omi if we're sitting at a 200 billion circulating supply. In 10 years, when Bitcoin is like 1 point. So Bitcoin's like $3 million a coin, and the crypto market is not 3 trillion, but it's 100-ish trillion. Yeah, I could see Bitcoin, or I could see Omi being like $400 billion market cap. Call me Phil. He says, "Why you here, Wes?" Again, when you have, well, let's say like the .com bubble, because this has happened already. The market wasn't wrong when they said that this is going to be the greatest thing ever, because it was. They were just early and they hyped up like shit. And stuff was worth $1 billion with no revenue. The same thing happened with digital collectibles companies. Recur was worth like a third of $1 billion with no revenue. I believe the same thing, in the same way that in the late 90s the market was not wrong when they hyped up the internet. They were just too early and foolish about who they gave the money to. I think that same thing happened 4 years ago. The market was not wrong. NFTs are changing the world. Blockchain's changing the world. And that when the crypto market is worth 100 trillion and not 3 trillion, a lot of these first appearances are going to matter in a very significant way. A lot of these are going to matter in a way that might seem hitherto undreamt of. I'm actually going to go and maybe I'll make a video out of this. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, moving on. I don't know. Yeah, Pi Network. All right, $1.62. Not bad. Not bad, kid. Almost like 1999 foil tape of base Pokemon sold 57. Damn. Golden auctions. Damn. Mr. MC1s, I think digitals can help bring more collectors into VeVe. I think so too. I think that's what we're doing there. There's a never speak ill of Kripkins. I love my little guys. I just like what do I go in and say? Yeah, guys, those decon artists are trash. Like, no, I can't say that because a lot of those decon artists are my friends. I mean, if you want to call spade, they've made their money. It's fine. Like, it's so hard though because of what I just said about a lot of so some of these artists probably seen their best day. Some of these artists though are going to go absolutely insane, and they might be world renowned. And if they have stuff on VeVe, it's gonna go crazy. But it's just I think it is wrong to try to entertain an idea that these little Bigfoot collectibles, which again, I have all of the Kripkins. I have most of the Tokidokis. I think it might be wrong for us to try to say, these things that are, these Kripkins, this Bigfoot, this Chupacabra is going to have the same amount of gains as these, almost 100-year-old licenses. But you're right. I should not speak ill of them. I'll make a new ducky thing. Yeah. Kate Smith says, if you are living in the USA, you cannot sell it yet. Really? Drag. I feel like Yoshi when I go. I love Yoshi so much. So I have him over on my arm there. Amrasada says, yes, digital drops are amazing in many ways. Buy a penny stamp did get in real life collectors. Good. Master will be pleased. Is Disney IP available in VeVeverse? Yeah. I don't see why not. Have they shown? I mean, they've shown Marvel stuff in there. Disney stuff should be fine. Yeah. They had Metaverse Life showed a Bart Homer statue. Blackpink did good on physical stuff too. Blackpink had they did a lot of good stuff. I love it. Nancy May saying deep state is cooked. Nancy, where have you learned these words? Cooked. Who's out there teaching Nancy Mace the word, the cool kid lingo? Cooked. He's with Pi doing way better than Omi. Pi's doing good. But I think that might be because the US can't sell yet, and once the US can sell it, someone's hi, Sleeping Comics. Heather Hay says, what's the minimum that has to happen for Omi to reach our break even 003? Minimum? Just the narrative coming back. Narrative coming back, we hit a 10x, and then yeah, we break. NFT narrative, not including metaverse narrative, not including AI narrative, not including, but yeah, NFTs come back, we go boom. So we'll see. We'll see. And someone's yes, everything in VeVeverse, everything, on and on and on and on. Don't wanna grow up, I wanna get out. Hey, take me away, I wanna shout out. VeVeverse is cool. Great place to build, great cribs, display the collectibles in immersive ways, and chill with friends. I can't wait for that. Where else did we go here? Oh, I think that's probably going to be about it, right? Yep, Stack of World VeVe. Okay, yeah. Been going up hour 45. I have a lot of stuff for Dcat that I have to work on. So I'm going to bounce right meow. So everyone, if they can go and comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Oh, you got it. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you. On and on and on and on. Don't wanna grow up, I wanna get out. Hey, take me away, I wanna shout out, take me